Right, some bad news on the development front. One of the parts failed quality control. We know how to fix it, but it'll take some extra resource. It's on hold for now, but you can order the extra work from the laptop at any time.
Hey guys, welcome back to the F1 2017 career. And we're here for the round number 3 of the F1 2017 season here in Bahrain. So, as you've just heard, the development has failed on the central under tray for weight reduction. So, yeah, that's not good, is it? So, a new part fitted to the car. How can you get 0.62 of horsepower? Never mind, but we have a new part fitted to the car, which is through the powertrain. I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. I know I am. We're just behind Williams on the development. Let's have a look at the R&D tree. What's this? Central. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. And we don't have enough resource points to put the central under tray on then, do we? So, okay, that's not... I don't really know, but I'm going to get into practice, guys, and I will see you guys to see how this... Oh, our powertrain is... Wow, it's the best. The best powertrain in Formula 1. Get in there. So I will get on with practice and get some lovely resource points. Okay, guys, I'm just about to get qualifying underway, and I'm just telling you guys, we don't expect much from qualifying because of the fact that I've got a couple things that might need changing. I'm going to try and get them through the Grand Prix. Our motor generator unit heat is actually 52%. That's been on the car since the start of the season. Our energy store unit's not too bad. It's 37. 51% is our turbocharger. That's not too much of a problem. And our control electronics, that one might be a problem. I'm not going to fit anything else for the qualifying. I'm hoping to get them through the Grand Prix. Through this Grand Prix, get the general wear upgrade, which we still haven't got enough resource points through through practice, and hopefully I can get these new parts on the car for the next round. I know it's risky, but I'm sure we can make it. We're going to be at a disadvantage, of course, but not to worry. Where's the fun in having brand new, spanking new parts on the car? Let's get qualifying underway. I'll see how I do, and then I'll join you guys for the race. Okay then, guys, so qualifying has just been completed. I'm not going to tell you where we are in qualifying before the race, because you will see before the start of the race, well, before the formation lap. So, and we have enough resource points now to put the general wear upgrade on the car. That should be on the car for the next Grand Prix. Fingers crossed it does not fail. Fingers crossed it does not fail, because it says increases durability of all power unit components as well as the gearbox by 10%. So that's what I do kind of need, because again we are looking at, there's a couple more things now that have our MG UK has started at 52% now, so won't be long before the energy stores there and the engine, we're 32% on our second power unit, so never mind about that. Gearbox, that's not looking too bad, 45% wear, and we've only completed 2 of the 6 races so far. So, let's get on with the Bahrain Grand Prix. Okay then, guys, here we are on the line, or on the grid, before the formation lap of the Bahrain Grand Prix. So here, as you see, we qualified in P6, as you can see on the lap there on the car, if you was eagle-eyed there. Let's put 18 laps of fuel in the car for 14 laps. It's just, I always run extra fuel. We're starting on super soft tyre. 14 laps today. Okay, so, yeah, that's our race strategy car setup. It's, well, I don't really know. I haven't really messed with the setup of the car, so let's find out where everybody else lines up and start the Bahrain Grand Prix.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Max Verstappen, and a Force India, Massa, Ricciardo, Perez, and Nico Hülkenberg, Kvyat, Magnussen, Lance Stroll, and Grosjean, Sainz, Palmer, Fernando Alonso and Pascal Wehrlein. Van Dorn and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay then, so here we are for the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix. The lights are out and away we go as we already put it up into rich mix for the start. We make an okay start there. We forget to change up there, as, well, almost miss a gear as Massa goes around the outside. Vettel continues to lead as we dive up the inside of everyone at turn 1 and take the lead here in Bahrain. Warning, collision with Vettel. We've got not Sebastian, we've got Valtteri Bottas on us inside. He's touched us slightly there. But we are leading the Bahrain Grand Prix off the start as we run very deep up into the next turn. That was not what you need to do when you've just took the lead of the Grand Prix, as we're down to P4. Where is Lewis Hamilton? I don't know where Lewis has gone after that, but we'll take a look at the start of the Grand Prix. Okay then guys, here is a replay of the start from the replay camera's perspective as the lights go out. Sebastian Vettel got off to a decent start there in the Ferrari, and there we are, as you can see in the Force India. We seem to be very late on the brakes. We race in Massa, and look at that, we dive right up the inside of Sebastian Vettel to take the lead. We've got Bottas still on his outside. He did make a bit of contact with us, didn't he? Yes, he did. As we're all the way up into, coming up to turn number 2 now, I believe. Well, I call it turn 2. As we're very deep on the brakes, that's where we cost us some time. The brake disc is lowing. We got into the gravel, nearly hit Raikkonen on his way through, and that was the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Oh, now we're going up the inside of Kimi Raikkonen into the hairpin. That was a very late move there, but we get past the Ferrari man, and we are up into P number 3. Hopefully, we're not going to stay here. Certainly not going to stay here because of, well, the fact that we're not very quick compared to the Red Bulls, and, well, the Ferraris, the Red Bulls, and all them, and the Mercedes, should I say, as well, so. But race pace did seem okay in practice. I'm going to run rich mix for a few laps, of course, because of this. Well, because of that. But we led the Grand Prix momentarily. But we led the Grand Prix, so. Okay, we're pulling away from Verstappen at that final corner. So at the end of the first lap, we are in P number 3 from P6. As Verstappen, oh, they're going 3 wide behind. I will definitely show a replay of that, as I've gone deep again into the turn 1. As Raikkonen seems to have prevailed from that 3 wide scrap down into turn 1. I believe was one of them Perez, or was one of them Massa? I'm not too sure. Perspective around the final corner. Here we go. We're drafting in the slipstream of the Ferrari and the Red Bull. Raikkonen goes to the left, then goes to the right. As Verstappen goes to block, Massa finds a gap around the outside. And we're 3 wide down into this turn. Look at this. And does Raikkonen come off with it? Lewis is alongside Verstappen as well. And Raikkonen and Massa, former Ferrari teammates, fighting and holding off each other off. Raikkonen prevails. Okay, so as we've just purpled the second sector, but then again, everybody has, because it's the first flying lap of the Grand Prix, so to be fair, the car feels weird, but then again, it is on heavy fuel. Hopefully we can at least, you know, maybe hold on to a decent position as we go corner cutting through the final turn. Bottas sets the fastest lap of the race. We're going to come across the line at the end of the second lap in P3 still, as I might as well run. Nah, I'll run standard for a bit, save a bit of fuel. Don't outbrake yourself into turn 1 again, James. We've got Kimi Raikkonen climbing, well, not climbing, he's going to be climbing all over the back of us at some point with DRS, so we're not going to, I don't think we're going to be able to hold on to P3 as we late on the brakes, deep into the corner. Is that our teammate? It can't be our teammate, it's seriously, in P5. I think it is though, isn't it? I don't know. Oh, as we late on deep on the brakes there, that corner's giving. No, it's Massa. And other rough surfaces. I wish that would go. Oh, Kimi Räikkönen's got DRS on us as our... well, I thought you were going to give us an alternate strategy there, mate. Never mind. Kimi Räikkönen goes around us. 4P number 3 in the Ferrari. We're lacking a bit of performance, of course. But, of course, as you've seen from the first part of this video, we have the best power unit in Formula 1, So can we get out of the final turn? You know, oh no, not quite. Not quite safely. Massa's going to be all over the back of us now, but we have DRS on Kimi Räikkönen. Yes, I understand that. Here comes Felipe Massa. I'm going to defend to the inside on the Williams, former Ferrari driver. Okay, we've covered him off down into turn 1. Okay, we've covered him off. He's got Hamilton all the way behind him. Our car's not looking too good, and we're supposed to be boxing on the next lap.
Some information on Verstappen. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
So Verstappen has an issue with his car. Join the club, Max, and it's just like real life for him, this game is at the minute. He's not having much luck, our Max ain't. So, to be fair, I'm having better luck than Max is having in real life, except I'm not on the podium positions anymore, but not to worry. Okay, here we go again. Here comes Felipe Massa looking to try and get past us under DRS. Yeah, I know the pit window's up. 4.4 seconds to Perez. Here comes Massa. He's not enough of straight in that Williams Mercedes to get anywhere near to overtake us. It'd have to be one almighty dive bomb for Felipe to get past us into that corner. As we're hanging on to this P4, we're not going to be able to catch Bottas, Raikkonen or Vettel. But can we keep Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes behind us? I'm not looking at fighting Kimi because, well, the Force India isn't as strong as the Ferrari yet. Here we are coming out of the final corner to pit for the first time in today's Grand Prix. Hopefully it'll be the only time we pit in today's Grand Prix. I've just heard on the radio coming into the pits that we've worn out one of our MGU units, so motor generator unit should I say, so that might be a problem later on in the Grand Prix. Oh god, Massa was held up. That means Lewis is right behind us. Oh dear. Okay, Rich Mix. Okay, here we go.
Strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Definitely want to see these tyres through to the end now as we come out of the pits in P16. Where's that going to put us when everything else is shaken down? Yeah, and guys, I don't know if I mentioned it in the pit stop, but we could be losing Rich Mix because we burnt out one of our motor generator units apparently. We've worn it out, so we might be at risk of losing Rich Mix. As I went down to neutral and I shouldn't have done when a 3-time champion like Lewis is chasing me. Okay, so our teammate is in the pit lane right now. We should be comfortably ahead of Sergio, as we have been for the majority of the season. Lewis hasn't caught us up as much as I thought he would yet, but as we got, well, yeah, we're definitely into P9 there. There was still a few cars left to pit in today's Grand Prix, of course. But we got Stoffel Van Dorn ahead of us. We've got Lewis Hamilton chasing us, but he hasn't caught up yet. I've turned down the engine mode because I don't want to, you know, lose Rich Mix. But I was risking it. We was bound to have problems at some point back end of the season, having to switch these parts in and out. Might as well get them out early in the season. He's going to be right there, Lewis is. I want to save a bit of fuel. Here he comes, Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes Works car. Is he going to be close enough into turn 1? No, he is not. Now that is interesting. That is. We must have got a good run out of the final turn. Otherwise, Lewis would have been right past us. But we've got Stoffel Van Dorn, or as Mr. F1 Games PlayStation would say, Stoffel Van Dorn. As we're up the inside of Stoffel Van Dorn in the McLaren. Go on, hold him off, Stoffel, hold him off. Okay, so we've got Fernando Alonso in the McLaren Honda now. Well, Stoffel Van Dorn's teammate. As we get on the brakes down into this hairpin, and we get it right for once. Okay, so Lewis has got around Van Dorn. That must have been a very good move, you know, down into that turn there. Very good driving by both drivers. Okay, we've got Lewis right there. We've got a good run out of that turn though, but he's going to have DRS down this straight, but I don't think the straight is long enough for him to use the advantage of that Mercedes power. Safety car has been deployed. This is fantastic news. Sort of. I don't know what has happened. There's 2 cars out of the Grand Prix. I'm trying to reduce... Oh, it's a virtual safety car. Okay, so Lewis Hamilton is right there. Virtual safety car. I don't know what happened. We will find out at the end of the... Well, I will find out at the end of the Grand Prix, and you guys will see. Okay then, so here's what happened with Romain Grosjean and Fernando Alonso. I don't see Alonso anywhere. Oh, Alonso's there. Oh, whoa, what's happened there? I think Daniel Kvyat got on the brakes, and then Alonso hit the back of Fernando. Well, Fernando Alonso hit the back of Grosjean. Let's rewind that. Hey, yeah, there's Daniel Kvyat up ahead. He just gets on the brakes. Kvyat does, and Alonso unable to stop and avoid Grosjean. Both of them out on the spot. Let's have a look from Alonso's perspective there, if we can. Here we go. Here's what it looked like from Alonso's perspective. I don't think he could have avoided it coming round here, but Kvyat got on the brakes right in the middle of the circuit for some reason, so that's bad for Kvyat, very bad. As they're up ahead, this is Alonso's perspective, couldn't see a thing, and then he's straight into the side of Romain Grosjean. Position to Lewis Hamilton. We're going to have him right there. There we go. DRS enabled. We're back under racing. Massa has a problem with his car. Lewis Hamilton has caught up massively under that virtual safety car, because I thought at first it was a proper safety car. But sadly it wasn't. I would have loved for a proper safety car. We would have had a chance at a podium again. We get good drive off. There's debris there. That must have been where they crashed. But
We're looking at some gearbox wear. Try to keep your number of shifts to a minimum.
try to keep number of shifts to... Do you understand that I am racing on a... Oh, never mind. There's a car going slow down the back straight. Don't know who it is, but that could be that could save our bacon down this back straight. Actually, no, it's green now. There's Lewis Hamilton. He's going to be right there. I'm going to go defensive as he's going to come. Well, no, I'm not going to go defensive. We got yellow flags in the next part of the circuit. It is Daniel Kvyat in the Toro Rosso, but Lewis can't pass because of the yellow flags down the front straight. Now it's green flag. Here he goes. Lewis Hamilton goes to the inside. We defend. He's around the outside at turn number 1. Can the Mercedes man hold on? Around the outside? No, he can't. But he should get a good run out of that turn. No, he hasn't actually. He's not got that good of a run. But he's coming. He's closing. He's closing as we're on the brakes. Up for turn number 3, I would believe it is. So
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I'm not bothered how many laps of fuel we've got remaining. I'm just more bothered, is it the last lap yet? So I can hold off Lewis Hamilton. Okay, Lewis is in DRS range once again in that Mercedes. Down this straight is still not close enough. We've still got that little that boost out of the final, out of the the exit of the corners, which is really keeping us ahead of this Mercedes, which is...
12.7 seconds.
I'm not bothered about the gap ahead, although Lewis did get a good run out of that turn, the final turn this time by. He's in the DRS range. I'm going to the inside. Lewis has picked the outside because it's the only place he can go. He's momentarily ahead. I've thought I've outbraked myself there. He's early on the brakes, Lewis is. We've sort of did go too deep into that turn, but we've cut him off. And look at that. We cut him off and we're still ahead of the 3-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. Okay, out of the final turn. Lewis is still there. I'm going to run Rich Mix because I think I can run Rich to the end. DRS is open for the Brit. He goes to the inside. I'm going to... That was a late defensive move, I've got to admit. But I'm not going to outbrake myself here. Lewis is still on the inside. He's almost cleared us. He's still there, Lewis is. He's on the inside of the curb and he backed off, surprisingly. I don't know what he backed off from there. He nearly had me. Nearly had me there, Lewis Hamilton did so. As we've got 1.5 laps to go now. Okay, as me and Lewis is scrapping, and again we're better out of that slow speed corner there. It's a very good car, this Force India. We've got a Red Bull sort of chasing us down now. I believe that is Max Verstappen. I know he had a problem with his car earlier in the Grand Prix, I heard. I'm not too sure what it was, but and Massa had a problem with his car. But it could be Ricciardo as well. Well, I'm going to try and keep mileage to a minimum. But I don't think there's nothing I can do when you're actually racing. I'm not just going to pull off because of the turbocharger. We're in P4, mate. We're better out the final turn than Lewis that time. Last lap of the Grand Prix. Fantastic racing so far. We've had a good race with Lewis. 6 points something seconds between us and his teammate. I'm not too fussed about that. We've been beating Sergio all season long. It's only round 3 so far, though. Here comes Lewis Hamilton. Can he make an attempt up into turn number 3? No, he can't, but we do run wide. On the curb there, Lewis might have one final chance. Down into the final couple corners. Sebastian Vettel wins the Bahrain Grand Prix to set... Well, I don't know if that's his second win of the season. I think it is. Kimi Raikkonen with the fastest lap. Finishes in 3rd. We're not going to get a podium. Lewis Hamilton is still right behind us. We're out of the final turn. We get a good run out of the final turn. The Brit cannot hold on. Cannot get past us neither. And we hold on for a P4 ahead of 3-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. Great race in there. Get in there. Yes. What a race that was. I enjoyed that. I'm buzzing after that Grand Prix. So, yeah. What a race. What a race indeed. We raced the Mercedes and we beat it, which is absolutely fantastic. Granted, he backed out in a move, but we put him in that position to back out that move. So Sebastian Vettel wins ahead of Valtteri Bottas and Kimi Raikkonen. As the Ferrari guys are happy for that. There we are. 2 Ferraris on the podium. There's Bottas in 3rd, in 2nd should I say. Sebastian Vettel wins once again here in Bahrain. What a race we have had. What a Grand Prix. And there's Maurizio Arrivabene clapping because Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Raikkonen on the podium. And what's that going to do to the Drivers' Championship? Here we are then. There's the race results. Okay. So Sebastian Vettel leads the Drivers' Championship. Well, as you heard there, Sebastian Vettel wins ahead of Bottas, Raikkonen, and Carlos Sainz got Driver of the Day. We finished ahead of Lewis Hamilton by only 0.3 of a second. 12 points. Daniel Ricciardo finished 6th. Perez in 7th, moved up from P9. Kevin Magnussen in P8. Carlos Sainz 9th, and Nico Hulkenberg rounds out the top 10, should I say. Jolyon Palmer up to 14th. 15th was Pascal Wehrlein. Marcus Ericsson failed to finish, but finished ahead of Kvyat, he was a lap down. And Grosjean and Alonso out of the race. Now, we will check the Drivers' Championship standings in one moment. Okay then, so here are all the lovely resource points we got from that Grand Prix. 103 resource points. I got 3 infractions for some reason, I don't know why, but never mind about that. Our rivalry over Sergio Perez, we are... Well, he got the fastest lap, but only just, but we're still winning. We're still winning. Red Bull, our reputation with Red Bull, they are loving us at the minute. Red Bull are, that is probably going to be our next team. Hopefully we could be teammates with Verstappen. So we beat our team, we're overachieving slightly. Career score, never been bothered about that. I really haven't. So here's a look at the laptop before the next Grand Prix weekend. Okay, so what can we spend resource points on? Nothing? Yeah, I don't think we can. So durability, we've purchased it, we can't do anything. I'm probably going to skip ahead to the next event after we've checked the Drivers' Championship standings. Here we are. This is what I forgot to check. So Sebastian Vettel goes to the top of the Drivers' Championship ahead of Valtteri Bottas by 7 points, with Lewis Hamilton with that 5th place finish is in 3rd. Kimi Raikkonen is 18 points back off his teammate in 4th. And, oh, beg my pardon. And as we are ahead of our teammate Sergio Perez, we have 32 points, which is very, well, that's a lot more than I ever got in Season 1 of F1 2016. So, yeah, and I believe a few drivers are yet to score. Yeah, Kvyat, Stroll, Verline, Alonso, Van Dorn, and Ericsson. Alonso caught out in the accident with Daniel Kvyat getting on the brakes with Roman Grosjean for some unknown reason. Palmer out of, well, Palmer's got points. I was going to say out of the Grand Prix. The Constructors' Championship. Ferrari ahead of Mercedes. Well, no, they're tied on points ahead of Mercedes, and Force India are secure at the minute in 3rd place, but, well, 3rd place. Still a long way to go this season. McLaren and Sauber yet to get off the mark. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, let me know in the comments if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys for the Russian Grand Prix.